Welcome back to Love What You Drive. This video has been in the thought process for a very long time, but I just want to be vulnerable, open, honest, and sincere. Now this is just going to be my walk around introduction to my car, which I have not done yet on my channel. You might have seen maintenance videos and different kinds of projects on this car, but today is the day where I will show no mercy and where I will just show you for what the car truly is. Now my voice is a little raspy, I feel under the weather, so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to just be real, honest, without any edits, without any Instagram posts, and without trying to show the good side of my vehicle, hiding the blemishes or hiding some kind of imperfections. So I'm gonna just start with the exterior, then we'll move under the engine compartment, under the hood, and then we will go interior, and I'll just tell you everything that I know about my car. So I got this car back in January. A friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, somehow learned that I started liking Panther platforms. Now my initial love for these cars started with a 1989 Lincoln town car. I just remember seeing it, I think it was last year, just driving by or just realizing how much I love that boxy, straight lines, boat looking American car. So I just started searching around Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, just doing a research and finding out more about the Panther platform and what it is and what it offers. And I just started really enjoying seeing them and loving them. So what my friend did was he actually knew where this thing was parked, and he decided to go purchase it. I don't know how much he bought it for, he won't tell me, and I think I'd rather not find out. But he purchased it, and one day I pulled up to my house and it was just standing there. It was parked in front of my house, and he said, "Hey, I got a car to show you." And when he did, that same night, he said, he handed me the keys and he said, "This is for you." So definitely I was surprised, shocked, amazed, and all of the above. And I'm very grateful. Shout out to Shady, who's also my neighbor and a good friend. You might have seen him in some other videos that he pops up in. Anyways, that was back in January. The history of this car, from what I understand, it was a elder couple, and the husband passed away a couple of years ago. The sticker on the window had a date of, I believe, 2018 of last registration. So the gentleman passed away, and the car was parked at the kids, or his kids' yard or their workplace, and from what I understand has been parked for a couple of years without being driven. So they got it, they test drove it, and this is how it pretty much came. Now this is the color of the car is called T8 tungsten gray metallic. This is what the color is. T8 is the color code, tungsten gray metallic. So the car has not, I haven't done anything to the exterior besides, like you've probably seen it already, I put the Lincoln Town Car, 2003 Lincoln Town Car 17-inch rims, and I also put some LED bulbs in the front. You might be able to actually see them, kind of. There's like a little red. Other than that, nothing to the exterior has been done besides a wash, and that's about it. Now from what I understand, the windows are tinted a little bit. I don't think that's factory. If it was up to me, my preference would probably have no tint. I like the clean, classic look of no tint. I am past that age of trying to hide from the police or from the people, or trying to hide what I do or what I don't do. But I actually enjoy this. This is still a see-through. You could still see who's driving, what's in it, but it is tinted a little bit. Now let's get into the flaws of the exterior. Now you might have seen it in my other videos. The eyesore of it all is this bumper right here. This is how it came. It has this big old crack, and it goes all the way up into the grill and under the headlight. So many of my friends are saying, why don't you just get a new bumper? Why don't you just replace it? And trust me, I'm on the lookout. I actually found one on Craigslist in Pennsylvania. As you can tell, I live in New Jersey. But for me, I think I'd rather have the car running well before it looks good. Now you can see right here, the grill is broken. Somebody tried to glue it before. Right there, all of these are cracked and broken. It's very old. There's a bunch of chips in it. So other than that, the grill is okay, but it is busted. It is just a little bit flimsy. You can see that it's just not even holding. So this is the front. The other eyesore that I can see, or that I have, are these moldings. This one's already kind of coming off, and you can see how the chrome is corroded or faded, and it's not as chrome as it should be or needs to be. So for me, this little detail is very it's an eyesore. That's all I'm gonna say. Now these are, as you can see, are a little bit yellowed. Probably could buff it out. I don't know if you can probably tell the light bulb in there is flaking. The orange is like peeling. So it's something that I'm gonna get to, and you can see that this lens is really starting to show some wear on the outside, and you can see the color difference of this light, how it's still nice and chromy, but this one's kind of faded yellow. So that's the crack, the grill, and then the molding. And the molding is kind of like this all the way around. I'll show you. Now it didn't come with a fog lights. Still planning to do that. And why I did not get a new bumper yet is because I am in a stage of my life where I'd rather fix it before buying a new one. And it's giving me this great opportunity and open door for this YouTube channel, where I try things, I get on to it myself, and I enjoy it. It keeps me busy, it keeps me motivated. I don't know, I just love everything about it. So now, next thing that's on the car that is a flaw, you can say, this driver's side fender. You can see the clear coat is starting to come off. This is a very common problem that I see. It's usually up here. For the rest of the hood, now my next project would be probably buffing or clay barring it, but for the rest of the hood, it's actually not that bad. There's definitely, if you look from an angle, there's some scratches here and there, but it's a very well maintained paint job overall. So there's a scratch here, and but overall it doesn't look that bad. You could still see it kind of reflecting the sky. So next thing is, you can probably even tell maybe the color difference, but yeah, this clear is peeling. Next thing is the stripe. Now you can see right here, it's peeling. Some of the areas is falling off. Let me see if you can see it, but all the way down. So I'm gonna have to just use some goof off or something to clean that off. Now for these wheels, I really enjoy them. I love what the look they give for the car. I really like the mini spoke. What else did I do to this car? I did change the front rotors. The video is up on my channel. And I changed the brake pads. I went through Rock Auto. I grabbed the rotors, brake pads, because it was definitely needed. Now for the most part, there is no rust. This is just a bolt. It's definitely very nicely kept. There are no dents anywhere. For the most part, really no big scratches. Like I said, the molding or the trim is a little bit faded. There is this big scratch right here, and then a couple of these little ones. So other than that, I also did change the rear brake pads. I kept the back rotor. It's still the same, still the one that came with. I also changed the rear shocks. The video is up. Maybe you can see the new hardware. And I also, I'm gonna go under the car. I also installed, which is also up on the channel, the sway bar from Doorman. It's a stock OEM size sway bar, very dinky looking compared to a DTR or a P71. So exterior wise, just the LED lights and the wheels. New brake pads in the back, rotors and pads in the front, rear shocks in the back, and then the sway bar. So coming to the rear, again, you can see how it's faded or it's eroded or something. Now there's a scuff right here. There is a little chip right here and a scuff, probably backing up into like low ground. Oh yeah, I also forgot I did do a bumper tuck. So there's a video up on the channel how I did that. I really love the way it turned out. Now this is a Mercury Grand Marquis LS 2006 model. One exhaust pipe, one. It didn't come, this car didn't come with the second option. So I did buy a new, not a new, but an OEM Mercury dual exhaust on Facebook Market for 40 bucks. That will be a video on its own. I'm gonna install the dual exhaust and see how it rides, and then maybe upgrade to some mufflers. Coming back around, this is the other eyesore. So you can see on the pillar here, clear coat is coming off. There's some fading here. I think this might have been where there was an accident or something, because you can see how blotchy the paint is. It's not all even. The clear is coming off, and just the blotchiness of this paint. So like I said, nothing else out of damage on the car, just those paint spots. Now on the roof, this is the passenger side, you can see that there is a little bit of rust right here coming through, and then this piece right here, clear coat coming off. And also on the other side, let's see, this is the driver's side. So same thing, clear coat coming off. Definitely in the process of making, gonna be sanding this whole thing down, and maybe painting it to make, gotta match the color, and then just clearing it. So it's all a learning process for me. Like I said, I'm in a stage of life where I'll DIY it, learn from it, whether there's mistakes or not. I'm cool with that. The car does have 90,000 miles. Now, when I got it in January, the car had 77,000 miles. Now, I took it up to North Michigan already. I took it down to Florida, and this is my daily driver. This is I go to work every single day. I go to church on it. I go to the store. Me, the wife, and my 5-year-old daughter that you see in the videos, we just enjoy this car. It drives nice. Very nice road trip car. I would recommend it. Okay, enough of the exterior. Let's look under the hood, and I'll tell you what's been done under the hood. Another pet peeve. So I have the key fob here. Now you can see, maybe you can't, when I lock it, you can see it trying to move, but it does not work. This is broken. You can hear it when I do that. I think the connector that pushes this up and down came off. So of course panel has to come off, and I will also get the code to here because the trunk does not have it. Another thing is it's got this State of Washington sticker, State Patrol. It says this vehicle has been inspected by the Washington State Patrol as a rebuilt salvage / no safety inspection pursuant to a national criteria 3/14/2016. So this car is not a clean title car. It is a salvage. I don't know the history of it. I don't know how bad the accident was. I think it was in the front. Let's pop the hood. It's doing it again. You pull it, it doesn't pop. It gets jammed. I gotta close it, and let's see if I could try it again. Ready? Pulling it. Nothing. Here's what I gotta do. Pop the trunk. I go back here. This is a routine. Now this is my camera gear, all my stuff that I use to record and do all the things. This is my little knick-knack corner where I have my tire shine. I got a strap, WD-40, my rags. Okay, where's an umbrella? Like I told you guys, I'm gonna be honest and open. Oh, and then all my other stuff. Oil, brush for my wheels, zip ties, and some stuff that I'm buying to kind of start on some of the projects. Also bought a paint gun from Harbor Freight. Saw some reviews, gonna give it a try. 15 bucks, can't go wrong. So the trunk, while we're in it, it's got a spare small donut, huge trunk. It's clean. It did not come with the air suspension. I'm grateful for that. But everything here is in its place. Everything serves a good purpose. I love this trunk. Here's the tool to open the hood. Okay, here we go. It was popped. Now you can see previously that's how it's been opened. So just take it, boom, and it's up. Of course you can see marks here, but this will all get fixed one day. Here we go, under the hood. Now I have not detailed this part of the car just yet. I have when I just first acquired it, what I did on it, because it was definitely a need. Let me change the microphone around. It was a need, was a new alternator. This one was blown. I got a new battery, and that I didn't record because I was not into the whole YouTube thing just yet. But under the hood you can see it's still kind of very dusty. I did not detail here yet. Like I said, I'd rather have it running good before it's gonna look good. So you can see the LED lights. There's a review on them coming and a giveaway. But pretty much a drop-in performance air filter, not K&N. I will talk about that later. I did take off the snorkel because it's the small dinky one for now. I am trying to find a P71 zip tube, but what has been done under here, oil change, you'll saw engine flush, transmission, which is actually getting uploaded as we speak. I did do all the I did do all the spark plugs. There is a how-to video, very detailed how-to video coming, and that's about it. Transmission fluid and transmission filter there's a video on that, which is I'm uploading it right now. Should be up this week. I did see, I think, Ford Boss Me, if I'm not mistaken, his YouTube channel. I saw the grounding issue, so I did add an extra ground wire, which is right here, to the alternator, which goes down there, as you can see. And that's about it. A new alternator and a new battery, and this thing was purring like a kitten. Other than that, I think that's it under the hood. So all I have done to the engine is I mentioned everything else, but since I promised you guys I will not edit the video, I forgot an important aspect or important thing that I did do to the engine, which really boosted the YouTube algorithm or the views, was the throttle body spacer that I installed right here. And it's a 50-50 response on the throttle body spacer. Some hate it, some love it, some say it has no purpose, but I did it to see what it would do, how it would perform. Tell you the truth, I don't mind it. It's not big power gains. It did make the throttle response a little better. There are plans to do small modifications to the engine, but nothing crazy. So with that said, this will be the only edit of the video, because I forgot to include it to begin with, and I'm just gonna edit this chunk into the video. What am I missing? There will be a drop-in filter video to come. Other than that, this is it. So what I did know is when I did pull this cover off, there was I think this frame was a little bent, so that's how I knew that it wasn't an accident. But other than that, it's driving, it's nice, there's no issues. That's what under the hood looks like. Nothing special, no painted parts, just new spark plugs. Oh yeah, I did get not new coils, but I did get new spring and boot and the spark plug. Motorcraft original or OEM spec spark plugs. This is it from under the hood. Okay, now let's go ahead and go into the interior of the car, which is my favorite place to be. Let me put my knickknacks back. Like I said, I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm not gonna put fancy edits, cut anything out. This is raw, unedited, natural video of my car. So when we get into the car, you can see a little bit of cracking, no rips. I did wash them one time, and I did condition them. They were a lot cleaner, but even over the past 6 months, they got a little bit stained. Carpets I did not wash. You can see all the stains from previous owners. That's probably me, actually. I love coffee. I did vacuum it today. Everything here works. The seats work. All the switches work. Of course, the infamous door handle problem. So let me just show you the LED lights before I get in completely. Really nice LED lights. Thanks to Chuck on Panther platform. I do have the BEAMTECH ones that he recommended, but I also got a pair of these to do a review and to do a comparison. So that's just the LED lights. Oh yeah, one last thing was that the brake light, actually I'll show you right now. Let me put this down. This third brake light, when I push on the brake, you'll see that this side is out. Okay, I hope you saw that. Let's go back here. So the rear, like any other Panther car, the rear is going to be the cleanest. My daughter rides here. Sometimes we'll have her car seat. I love this part. Oh, there's like a Cheeto or something. Love this part. Very comfortable. I think I've been here once or twice. When we did drive to Florida, my wife took me on a ride, or drove the car and drove me around. Let's just put it that way. Stains, but everything back here works. All the lights work. Everything's pretty much in mint condition on the back seats. Definitely very nice, comfortable ride. All the switches work. Everything works. The pockets are not stretched out. You can see how clean the door jambs are. You can see that there's no rust on the doors themselves. Just very clean. Interior. Now the inside of the car. As they say, this is where all the magic happens. Love the armrests. My daughter does ride with me sometimes here when we're on the back roads. But I'm just gonna start her up. Now you can see there's 90,000. Let me close the door. I don't know why it's doing that, but 90,305 miles. I'm at 1,562 miles on the oil change. I use the Trip B option to keep my track of my oil, and today I'm getting 15.8 miles per gallon driving around the city. So everything is stock here. This unit, it does work now. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that under the hood, what I did was change the AC accumulator and refill the Freon. So that's another thing I did. So now everything works. There's a video. Now I do need to change the O-rings in this unit because it is sometimes, like right now, it's blowing from the defrost, and then when you're driving or when it cools down, it blows from here. So that's definitely on the project list. And here is a bunch of knickknacks. This is what I use for Bluetooth music. So I got it at Walmart. It's just this, and it'll go through the radio station, and I connect my phone. So that's a cool little gadget. Down here, all the basics, coffee stains, change, and then I still have this cigarette lighter that's in the glove compartment. Other than that, everything, like I said, works in here. The lights work. This works. That's me. And that's it. This is the interior. Love this car. Hoping to have a great future. It did get me into this Panther platform. Community. I'm meeting a lot of great people. I've been to some awesome car shows locally. And this is it. Thank you for tuning in. This is my car. raw, unedited, washed today. I still try to put lipstick on the pig, as they say. But for the most part, for the year 2006 and the mileage and just where it's been through, I think it's a very wonderful car. I love it. I'm happy with it. I'm grateful for it. It is just an amazing machinery. I'll just drive it a little bit so that it's a little magnet that I use so that we can just see that it drives. Drives like a dream. And I'm gonna end this video under 30 minutes because that is gonna take some time to upload. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more projects, more DIYs, more informational videos, and I'll do my best to upload as much as I can, as often and as informative as I can. Thanks, guys.